Journalism is a profession where one person or team can make a significant impact. The Walkley Award for Outstanding Contribution to Journalism is sponsored by Sky News Australia, and CEO Angelos Frangopoulos joins us on stage.
It's difficult to summarise Peter Cave's long and distinguished career in a few short sentences. Just think of any major international conflict in the past 4 decades, and Peter was probably there reporting from the coalface. The boy from Newcastle began his journalistic career with an ABC cadetship in Sydney at the age of 18. During a flirtation with commercial radio, he covered the devastation wrought on Darwin by Cyclone Tracy. Then followed a stint as one of Joh Bjelke-Petersen's chooks in Queensland, during which he managed to wrangle an overseas assignment covering the Coconut War in the New Hebrides. And with that, Peter was hooked. He was posted overseas for the first time in 1983 to Japan. Later postings took him to ABC bureaus in London and New York. His coverage of the world's hotspots has earned him an intimidating reputation as a war correspondent. He can parachute into a conflict zone and in almost no time at all get to the heart of a story.
Peter can pump out a clear, concise narrative that explains to people just what is going on in often complicated, confusing situations. And he'll do that continuously for days or weeks on end.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. I've been to
Dili, Johannesburg,
London,
Jerusalem, Moscow,
Jakarta,
Chiba, Manila,
Wadi Khalil,
Sanur,
Baghdad,
Beirut,
Lebanon, Yogyakarta.
I think he fell in love with conflict reporting, and he got so good at it, he was just the first name on everyone's lips when it came to covering a war zone. And the more war zones he covered, the better he got at it.
This is the immediate aftermath of an attack on an American convoy on the main road to Baghdad airport.
It would be almost impossible to remain unmoved by reporting as much death and destruction as Peter has, and he admits it did make an impact.
The remains of what looks like it might once have been a bicycle. And underneath, a sickening stain, which I've got a horrible feeling is blood.
He'd be the first to tell you that in some of those war zones that he went, the human stories were heartbreaking, and they did get to him, and it does affect correspondents, even as tough-skinned as Peter Cave.
Peter used the experience to give something back to journalism by working with the Dart Centre for Journalism and Trauma.
People have been willing to speak out and to say, this is something that's affecting me. If Peter Cave is willing to regard this as a serious issue, I'm willing to take it as a serious issue too.
Peter Cave has won 5 previous Walkleys for his work with the ABC, and this award for outstanding contribution to journalism is a fitting recognition of a truly distinguished career.
To have reported from some of the darkest places on the planet, Iraq, Yugoslavia, apartheid, South Africa, war-torn Lebanon, that takes a commitment to journalism that few are willing to make, and it literally means betting your life on the story. Peter did that for 40 years. He thoroughly deserves this award.
This award is the crown and glory for a spectacular career. And Peter Cave, you deserve every bit of it.
Congratulations, Peter Cave.
This is a total surprise. People say that all the time, but it is. I've been watching the auto cue right through this program, and it's been sort of providing witty things for people to say, and I'm looking at it now and it's completely blank. Although, what to say? Get off, you idiot. I'm particularly surprised that I got this award because I've been a critic of the Walkley Awards over the last few years. I think that some of the decisions and the way that the decisions are made haven't been the best way to make decisions, and I was very heartened to hear Laurie Oakes say that there is a major revision going on. Hopefully I'll be part of that revision, because I've seen good decisions made and I've seen some terrible decisions made over the years. I've won 5 Walkley Awards. I probably deserve one of them. 4 of them were awards for being in the right place at the wrong time. They weren't what the Walkleys should be about, which is excellence in journalism, and I suspect that maybe in the last couple of years we've moved away from that a little bit, and they aren't always about excellence in journalism. It's worried me as I've seen the Walkleys become glitzier and glitzier and more professional, and televised, and autocues at the back of the auditorium, putting out witty things for people to say. I'm glad that we've decided to revise the way we award Walkleys. As I said, I'm not being disingenuous. I honestly don't believe that I deserve 4 of the 5 Walkleys I won. I feel very happy that I probably deserve the one for Tiananmen Square, but the rest, right place, wrong time. I'm delighted that we're looking again at how we decide these awards, and even though I'm not the world's best friend of some of the members of the Walkley board, and I'm getting a wind-up from the director down there. Get off, you idiot. Yes, okay, I'll get off. Thank you.